Hi guys, welcome to the Contours Table. It is me, Matthew, and I am here with my lovely husband, Dave.
Hello.
He is from the Wizard's Tower.
Yay.
And hold on, let me just pull up the chat here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it finally loaded onto my.
Oh, I'm hearing double. Hold on.
Why do I hear us? This is weird. Oh, and I hear myself on here. Okay. Hello, Francis, Urban Spirit Vlogs. Hello, Silver Willow. Hi, Dave. Hi, Simon. How are you guys doing? Hi, Mary Virginia. I hope you guys had a good, eventful day. Mine was super busy at the salon, yet aggravating at the same time.
And mine sucked.
Hi, Sokka. How are you? Sokka, I love your channel name. It reminds me of Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who has my hairstyle. Hi, Axon. Hi, Jezebel. Welcome, guys. So we're just going to let it filter in a little bit more before I start. Good to see you, and I'm stoked I can make one.
Hi, Silver
Oh no,
Willow.
Kelly's on too. I'm torn. Well, Jezebel, why don't you put me on one item and then her on another item,
Hi, Simon.
if you do.
Hi, Hexen. Hi,
Hi, Maya.
Jazz.
Hi, Taro with Taurus.
Hi, Popcorn.
Hi, Denise. Hi, Maya. Hi, Brad. Brad! Oh, guys, okay. So, Dave just got back from the doctors, and what did you find out, Dave, about your knee?
Dave had a shitty day. So, guys, I don't want to bring the mood of the video down, but I've been kind of battling some shit lately. And today did not help. So I had a skiing accident. It wasn't really an accident. It was I was standing still, and another skier that was kind of behind me coming down didn't stop and caught my right ski and basically twisted my leg halfway around. And so I went to the local walk-in here. We have it's a really good one that's like less than a mile from my house. They're really, really good. They have a lot of all their own facilities in there. So they did some x-rays and stuff like that. And it's, it's good news. There's no breaks, no no serious tears or anything like that. So, but the downside is, it's an injured knee, and
He's wearing like a brace right now on his knee.
yeah, I can't. I'm not nimble enough right now to jump up and show you where I would. But yeah, I mean, I probably cannot. Well, no, I actually cannot do anything remotely athletic for at least 4 weeks. So
Basically the rest of the ski season, which is unfortunate.
So my ski season's, so. Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going on.
Hi, putting on the glitz and Tange. Okay, so we have about 13 people in here for now. Boop. Which is good. So I am going to quickly discuss what today's video is about, and you guys probably already know, judging by the title. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Diane. Just in time. Want some Reiki? Yes, guys, please. That'd be amazing to send Dave some Reiki healing for his knee, to do any rituals to try and help. We really need it. Sorry, Dave's just grabbing.
Yeah, I literally.
Yeah, he's so depressed because it's like the end of his ski season. He like loves skiing. So hopefully we can get his knee better quicker.
And I've been kind of bummed out lately, anyways, and just struggling to figure out what to even do with my channel, if I'm even going to keep it or not, and just been a lot of things on my mind. And the thing is, skiing is a great tool to help me with that, because there's nothing better to think. When you need to get into your mind and just think about things, there's nothing better than night skiing for that. You know, when you go down a nice easy run, I go down like a nice one of the longer greens, and you know, and it just me, the skis, nature, and you know, you can kind of think and figure things out, you know. And now it's like I don't even have that, so it's just got me all bummed. Got me all bummed
Hi,
out.
Hexen. Hi, Steven. Welcome.
But
Okay, guys.
anyways, no more bummed out. Because one thing I am doing is I am getting high on the side over here.
Which is good. Okay, guys.
And we have
so,
questions.
Yes. So I got inspired from Whispers of Three, Denise, and from Simon, who both have put out hashtags. And I feel bad because, Simon, I still have to do your hashtag, which I will do. I just am still trying to figure out what to say for your hashtag. But in the meantime...
And I be honest, I don't even know what's going on because I've just been in that place where... I don't want to say I haven't been paying attention, but I've been kind of taking a break while I figure things out. So I'll have to get all caught up with the hashtags. And maybe when Maddie does his hashtag responses, maybe he'll invite me.
Well, I already did Whispers of Three, her hashtag. Cool. So I gotta do Simon's next.
Yay.
But guys, hi Stormy. So guys, as you noticed by the title, I have now created my own hashtag. Hashtag 20 questions about your practice. And here I have the list of 20 questions that Dave helped me write up to talk about so that you guys get to know me a little bit more. And as you guys start to do the hashtags and throw them out there, I get to know more about you guys and what your practice is like for yourself. Because yeah, there are people out there that may practice the same thing or something different, but each person practices differently. The style that I do is different from Dave's. What Dave does is different from Jen. What Jen does is different from Simon, and so on and so forth. So, let's get started.
Do you know where the hashtag began?
When you pressed for a phone number? Maybe?
No.
No? Because I thought it was like the number sign, so...
It is.
Number 401-500-3373.
It is the number sign, but the term hashtag, when that symbol started to be used for hashtag,
I know
where
what
did it
to-
begin?
Wasn't it like on MySpace?
No, I think it was Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Yeah, that makes sense. Twitter.
Because hashtag,
Hashtag, yeah, it connects you to other things that are similar to that
exactly,
hashtag.
exactly. If you follow anything on that hashtag, whenever it comes up, it
Oh, that's fantastic, Simon.
exactly. to
Let's
link
hope I at
topics
least get
together.
5.
What?
So let's try and get this hashtag going too. Just like Denise's went viral. Well, did really well as well. Okay, so guys, let's get started, shall we? Well, actually, I'm just going to quickly see if there's anyone else.
Let's get ready to answer.
Hi, Kimberly.
questions.
Welcome. Hello, Web of Magic. Hi, Raquel. So we're literally just starting the hashtag. So question number 1 of the 20 questions all about your practice. Question number 1. What is your spiritual practice and what inspired you to start? Do you want to start with that one, Dave?
Want me to?
Yep.
Okay. My spiritual practice, I call myself a neo-pagan wizard. Neo-pagan, to me, means, you know, the new age pagan. And wizard is, you know, my because I'm a soul practitioner. Wizard meaning wise one. So, well, any more specifics, or was that?
Yeah, what inspired you to start?
So, I was exposed to paganism by a coworker. God, 2 jobs ago. She is the one I refer to as like my mentor. Who got me started, who taught me Reiki, taught me tarot, taught me, introduced me to a lot of things. So I got a lot of knowledge from her, but at the time I referred to myself as a pagan, or a witch, but mostly a pagan. then I just started, seeking more knowledge, and I came across, wizardry, and you kind of tied together this whole journey I'm already on during the time Harry Potter was really big. So, it's like, oh my God, I would love to find a way to call myself a wizard. I will admit that, right? I will admit that it's Harry Potter inspired. So,
Nothing wrong with that.
no, but, it has a serious tone to it as well. I actually stumbled across this website called the Grey School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So now I'm into Harry Potter. I'm like, okay, oh,
That's an online thing.
it's an
right?
online
Online
school.
courses.
Yeah, it's like an online school, and so I signed up, and I just started taking online classes. It's where I learned a lot of stuff that I know today, and that online school is run by the author of the book that I use a lot, the grimoire for whatever the hell I call it. What is it? The grimoire. I forgot what my book was called, but you guys know the book I refer
Grimoire
to.
of the Apprentice Wizard.
That's the one. But yeah, so the author of that book is the one that runs this online school, and I've learned a lot of stuff there. And the thing is, they refer to you as witches and wizards.
Oh, that's really cool. So that's what got you started.
Well, not only that, but I wanted to understand wizard, what it meant, and part of learning what that was in this school, I learned that it was a translation called Wise One. Tie that to my practice where I practice on my own, so I'm always was a sole practitioner. So that is a tie together there. Wise One, me practicing myself.
No, that's awesome.
And that's how it began. Sorry,
It's fascinating.
that was long-winded.
That's okay. Mine will probably be just as long.
It's hard.
Welcome, Gretchen. Welcome, Celtic Witch. And who was it? Web of Magic. Yes. At the end of this video, I actually have everything typed up, so I will put in the description box for everyone to paste all the questions that I am asking on this sheet of paper. So my turn for question number 1. What is your spiritual practice and what inspired you to start? So as you all know, I practice hoodoo/voodoo. So what triggered me to start was when I was younger, I used to go to church, and then every Sunday, my parents were like, okay, so the whole church thing isn't quite working. Let's then kind of have Sundays as a day of talking about church, and that evolved into Sunday being just a day of spending time with the family. So fast forward to today, many years later, I didn't have kind of like that spiritual background or spiritualness about me, and it was that time in my life when I felt like, hey, I need something to help ground me in my life. So I sat down, I started thinking of all the different spiritual practices that I know about, and I came across voodoo, and I was like, that's quite a very interesting practice. I know that a lot of people think that it's all about like sticking, pins in a voodoo doll, and it's very dark. So I decided to take something that was viewed as
Negative, really.
dark and negative, and I really wanted to figure out what it was all about. When I started to study more about the fact that voodoo and hoodoo is a lot similar to witchcraft, and a lot of it is part of kind of like ancestral practice, that's what kind of drew me in and what inspired me. Because being adopted as well, I then feel like I have that connection to my ancestors that I've never been able to have. So it kind of brings me closer to my ancestors. It gives me that spiritual boost when I need it. So that is what inspired me to start practicing hoodoo and voodoo.
That's cool.
Hi, desist. Welcome. Okay. Hoodoo, do you?
Hoodoo, do you? I find it very, because even when he started, I thought it was. Now I've already been, a wizard or whatever, and when he started, practicing hoodoo, voodoo, even I,
He
like,
was
I will,
nervous about it.
I will always support him to the support him to the end of the earth, But I was still like,
Oh, you were
voodoo?
very like
I was like,
on the fence
oh
with
my
that
God.
practice.
I was not even on the fence. I was on the other side of the fence. But as he was learning more about it, I was paying attention.
Hi,
And,
Lilacs.
Each thing we learned, it was a good, basically not dark.
Nart.
Nor, oh my God, I can't talk today.
Nart. It was Nart dark.
I can't, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't as. It was just a misconception.
Yeah, because that's what
Because it wasn't
Hollywood
as dark
portrays.
as Hollywood portrays it. Exactly.
Which nowadays is like similar to witchcraft, where a lot of people think because of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina that witchcraft is all about worshiping the devil and we do black magic and it's all dark and evil. It's like the complete opposite. Which brings us to question number 2. What have you learned most about your spiritual practice? Do you want me to go first this time?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So what I've learned about the most about spiritual practice of hoodoo and voodoo is it's all based on intention. A lot of the time today you see like all these massive like huge rituals with thousands of herbs, millions of candles.
You snuck and you did you read my notes?
No, why?
Oh.
Were you gonna say the same thing? No, but like, so you think that it's all that is about like having millions of herbs, millions of candles, and having this long, drawn out talk about, oh, this is my huge spell and what it is. And a lot of people forget that it's not about the amount of herbs and candles and what you have. It's about the intention that you put behind a spell that matters the most. Because without intention, the herbs are just herbs. Candles are just candles, you guys. When you think about it, people forget, way back in the day, our ancestors did not have millions of candles. They didn't have millions of herb choices. They used what they had. So, for example, a cleansing bath was as simple as water with lemon in it and salt. That was it. But what made the ritual or the cleansing bath strong was the intention behind it. Because that's what all intention is. It's about taking the energy that we have, manifesting it, sending it out in the universe. And that's what I've learned most about my practice. What about you, Dave?
Freedom.
Hi, Debbie. Freedom.
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 Now, my mentor that got me started in paganism always told me it was all about intent. So that predated me identifying as a wizard. But as I got into this path of being a wizard, it's all about freedom. You do your ritual with what feels right.
Right.
You don't have to follow any conformity. I learned that, you know what, if I don't have a red candle to do a certain spell, use a white one because white candles contain all colors. It's just, it could be made up crap, but you believe that. And it is your intent. And it's all about intent, like you said. So it actually opens up not just the way you do your rituals, but even your faith, your deities. So, and I've talked about, my faith and how I have faith. I believe in Christianity, but I also believe in the Greek-Roman pantheon. So, and in my mind, when I'm looking at the heavens and this, celestial world where the gods are living, there is all the Greek-Roman gods and there is the Christian gods and they overlay and this is how it is in my mind. This is how freeing. When I say freedom, this is what I mean as I've gone down my spiritual path in my journey.
Yeah.
Freedom. All about intent.
Think about it this way, guys. I take magic similar to a haircut. You have one base haircut. For example, if someone wants a pixie cut, there are millions of ways to cut a pixie cut, but in the end, you're still producing the exact same result. So, whenever you get someone that's like, "Oh, I don't know if this version of making Florida water is correct. Is it correct?" Well, that's when you go, "Is it correct to you?"
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if it's correct to someone else. Everyone has different ways of producing the exact same thing. And it's all about intent. You may not have this herb, but it's okay to take another herb that is the exact same use and use that if you have it. It's always great to substitute what you have for something else, because in the end, it's all producing the same thing.
Yeah, because it's all in your belief system, and it comes from, you draw your energy from the earth or from the universe, and that belief and that faith and that intent brings that energy and lets you, fire it back off into the into the.
As
into
I
the
say a
universe.
lot, or if I haven't, I'm going to start saying it now. You are your strongest source of power.
Yes.
Yeah. It all comes
amen
from
to
within.
That. Absolutely, amen to that.
Preach, girl.
Preach.
Yes, Haxon, our ancestors don't have all the products they used. What was at hand and their intent was enough. Exactly. A lot of people nowadays forget that it's all about intention these days. And
Yeah.
Stephen was like, so my magic candle is you mean my candle isn't a magic candle? What I was saying, Stephen, is that a candle is just a candle until you give it the power.
Exactly.
Yep.
Part of my ritual, and I do a lot of candle magic, is, I can take any candle. It can be the cheapest, crappiest candle. It can be a birthday candle from a little birthday cake candle to do a quick spell. And I actually use them a lot because if I want to do a nice quick spell, oh God, talking fast with popcorn, not a good idea.
Don't choke.
When I want to do a nice quick spell, I'll use a nice little candle because I believe, and this is just what works for me, is that when I'm doing this, a candle spell, I want to let that candle burn completely out. Unless I'm doing a different type of spell where I light it an hour per day. But there's some intent in there. A lot of my spells are single session candle spells. So I'll take a little birthday candle, and I'll get, my favorite essential oil and maybe some herbs depending on what kind of energy I want to put into it. And I take that plain old crappy birthday candle and I
Oh no, Denise was asking, are we still on question 1? Sorry, Denise, we're on question number 2.
Peace. I thought someone was running. And I basically consecrate that candle. I will focus my intent on that candle as I anoint it with the oil and the herbs, and I project my intent, what my wish is for. Like, I take that image in my mind and I project it onto that candle as I consecrate it. And I'll say an incantation or something like that. And then I burn that candle in a spell. So it is all about the intent. There's no such thing as a magic candle. You create the magic in any old candle.
Right. Okay, Hexen, we'll see you later. So question number 3. If you could study another practice, what would it be and why?
Buddhism.
Now, why Buddhism? That's interesting.
Because it's a very peaceful spiritual path. It's similar to at least witchcraft or wizardry or what we believe in, where they do a lot of meditation and they're very in tune to their bodies. So I find that fascinating in Buddhism, but also just the general belief and the peaceful belief. That's why.
They
I like
have that freedom of
it's freedom, and I like how there is ties to what we believe in, like a little bit of overlap. That's how I like to learn things. I will step into something that has a little overlap. Then you learn. Then you have that whole chunk. Get another piece that there's a little bit of overlap. It helps you connect everything together because everything in the universe is connected.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I actually did a course on learning about all the various religions the main religions that we know today. And it was really awesome to actually, oop, drop my iPad. It was very interesting to actually note the differences and the similarities between each religion. And what made me most interested was the fact that every single religion out there is connected in some way, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, question number 3, if you could study another practice, what would it be and why? For me, it would have to be... I kind of want to put both together. So, I'm going to say Kulam
I don't even know
or
what that is.
Santeria. Because Kulam is actually Filipino witchcraft, which, being adopted, I have always kind of, just because I've always been in the American world, growing up, I've always kind of pushed my nationality and heritage aside up until now when I suddenly was like, you know what? I think it's time to embrace my Filipino aspect. So I started to research a little bit, and one day I was like, is there such thing as a Filipino? a Filipino.
A Filipino.
Such thing as a Filipino witchcraft. And I discovered that Kulam is the form of Filipino witchcraft, which is an ancestor to voodoo and Santeria. So that is the reason why I want to learn more about Kulam, because it is a direct descendant of voodoo, which I think is super cool. It's like a branch. So we have voodoo, and then we have that branches off into hoodoo, Santeria,
Kulam.
and Kulam, which is awesome. And seeing as that I already know about voodoo and hoodoo,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to
Well, there's
kind
overlap.
of understand. Exactly.
So, sorry. What is Santeria? Just give everyone a quick rundown of Santeria.
So Santeria is a branch of voodoo and hoodoo. Well, more voodoo. So for example, voodoo, they have the loa, which are spirits that serve as intermediaries between us and God. Now in Santeria, they have the orisha, which are of the Yoruba culture, which are the same thing as the loa. They serve as intermediaries between us and God, which is the belief.
Now, what part of the country is Santeria from? Like, is there a...
Africa is their
Okay.
descendant.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I don't know. Why would you pick that over the Filipino, the Kulam?
Well, I picked both. Because I
Alright.
couldn't decide. Because I was like, I like both and want to learn both.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, if I were you, just like, and it totally slipped my mind, Italian witchcraft.
Oh, that's actually an interesting question.
I would like to,
So, who is God in voodoo? What kind of deity? So, let's put it this way, Simon. So, God is just God to us. It's like the only difference is in all the other practices, like Christianity, they believe that you can access God by simple prayer, that He's all around us. You could be like, turn to this piece of paper, and be like, hey,
piece of paper.
Stop! Jeez!
That's what you said.
Can we not talk? Oh my god. I can't talk today. I'm sorry.
So
But
what's on that piece of paper?
shit. So, for example, you could turn to this piece of paper and be like, hey God, what's up? But in voodoo, the difference is God is not that accessible. He's not around us. So let's put it this way. Hold up your piece. Here's God. Put yours beneath. There's the loa. Wait, a little bit higher. And then this is us. This is what the tier looks like. So God's way up here. We can't access him. So that's why we have the loa that kind of serve as an intermediary between.
And wait, put that back up there.
Oh my god, I just ate
Put that
civilization.
Put that back up there. Now, how is this? And so, if this guy down here pisses off God, God takes this guy and the what's your middle guy and just fucking chews on him
Oh God,
and
no,
just
Dave.
eats them and then swallows them and makes them into Mr. Hanky the Christmas poos.
Oh gosh. But yeah, that's basically the way that it's viewed.
I love pop.
So God's there. He's a lot harder to access.
That's my approach to magic. Now,
Hi
because
Vicky. Hi peanut butter.
you know, in my faith that I really can't put a title to, because it's a combination of Christian slash Roman pagan, is like I believe in praying to God in a general sense, and I'll do that for the things that are greater than myself. You know, I'll pray for world peace. I will pray that, you know, someone does something about the big orange idiot we have in the White House or whatever. You know, those are the things I will pray for. But the things for me, you know, let me have a good, you know, week this week, or, you know, please let Maddie be in the mood. You know, the little spells. That's where I go to my altar for. You know, when I do,
Hi Alessandro. Hi Basete.
when I do like rituals, you know, when going around the wheel of the year. What do they call those? Oh my God, we were just talking about them. I'm brain farting.
Wait, what?
The like Halloween,
Samhain?
Samhain. Yeah, like, well, what do they call those?
Wheel of the Year?
Yeah, I just said wheel of the year.
Oh,
There's a term
month?
for each. No, forget it. But anyways, let's say I was doing a Sauron ritual. You know, that to me is more like a prayer because it's for a season.
Oh,
It's a
Sabbath. There we go.
Sabbath. Thank you. My God, we're terrible today. But yeah, when I do my Sabbath rituals, those are kind of more put up to my gods.
I just smacked Thor.
You know, so those are more like prayers. Where if I'm doing a quick, you know, good luck prayer, or, you know, someone feel better, or a good luck prayer, good luck ritual, or, you know, a ritual like that, or cleansing my house, or a stop, like a lower. That's more of a ritual that I take on myself. Did you fart?
No.
You did.
No.
You did.
Oh, there's a cat right here who just came into the scene.
So you said the
Jeez, blame
cat?
the cat. And could have just dropped a deuce.
I don't think so.
Anyways, next. So, question number 4. We're moving so slowly. Let's make this a little bit quicker. What do you find most challenging about your practice? So, for me, I think what I find most challenging about my practice is the fact that it's very secretive. So, a lot of the time, the issue that I have with my practice, especially when I was starting to learn it, was a lot of doors of knowledge being slammed in my face. People saying that you can't practice this practice because you are not born into the culture, or you are not in a house. And what I mean by a house is there are different forms of practices within voodoo. For example, we have the 21 divisions. Within the 21 divisions, they have different houses that it's kind of like a miniature coven. So a lot of the time people were like, oh, you don't know how to do this, or you're not authorized to do this because you are not under the tutorage of a priest or a priestess. So it really kind of brought my spirits down. At one point, it actually made me want to stop studying because... Did you fart? No, I'm just kidding. No, you're doing the same thing to me. But I was like, it made me want to stop because I was like, I didn't like how a lot of people were saying you don't have the right to practice. And it kind of made me, it was very challenging trying to kind of move forward with my study. But I eventually did. I got over it and realized, you know what? I'm going to do what I want to do. What about you, Dave?
What's the question again?
Hi, Selkie.
What's most challenging?
What do you find most challenging about your practice?
I keep falling off my hippogriff. I don't got good balance.
Right, exactly, Tangerine. Wait, what?
That's how much he pays attention to me. What do I find most challenging? Um,
Probably the same thing, right?
I think so.
The
Yeah.
rules.
Well, no, not so much the
Well, not
rules.
rules, but just...
The sometimes because I don't conform to the rules, I doubt myself sometimes. I doubt myself a lot, you know, and sometimes, a seed in the back of my mind that, I think I'm a hack or something like that kind of plants itself, that self doubt. So that's the toughest thing.
Oh, night, Simon.
Oh, I dropped the popcorn. All right, scroungy cat. All right, come in.
So am I going on to the next question? Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a kitty who's getting the boot.
So,
There you go,
question
babes.
number 5. If you have a significant other, do they know about your practice and how do they feel about it? Yes, I have a significant other. He's right next to me. And what do you actually feel about the fact that I practice voodoo today?
I think you're crazy. No. No, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool because as I'm learning more about it through proxy, I'm learning and finding more and more similarities. And, we do a lot of rituals together now as combined rituals.
Yeah.
That's what really that's what being free about your rituals and your practice and making it about intent, it makes it more compatible. You're not constrained by those rigid rules,
Right.
so you can meld them together.
And obviously I can answer the question. Yes, I know about Dave's practice, and that's the one thing that I love about the fact that we both have two completely different forms of practice that are somewhat similar, so we can take the things that we know and combine them in our own rituals to create something unique and beautiful unto ourselves. And plus, it's a good way to kind of like bring out new things in other people that we didn't know. For example, like I didn't know much about Reiki, but Dave's a Reiki master, so I can look to him when it comes to trying to understand more about what Reiki is. He doesn't know much about voodoo and hoodoo, but he can take the things that I know and he's like slowly starting to understand more and more about what it is. Question number 6. What do you want to learn most about your practice?
Oh, I'm going. What do I want to learn most? Right now, my focus on what I'm learning is deities. I know the Christian deity, because I was raised Christian, but the Roman pantheon, Roman Greek, there's like an overlap there. I want to learn more and more about those and how they tie into the Sabbats and the rituals I do, throughout the year.
For me, it's more about going back to basics now, because it's been like 8 years since I've learned the basics of hoodoo and voodoo, and I've expanded my rituals. I now do extremely complex spells and rituals I do. I'm now at that stage where I can literally virtually create any kind of cool, interesting, sorry, that I want.
Like in 3D over here.
And it's also important to kind of, when you start getting at that point when you're creating your own thing, you're like, ooh, I can put this and this and this together, and I'll do this, this, and this, that you kind of forget the basis of what a simple spell is. And I'm like, simple?
The cat's
I
behind
can't
me.
do...
The cat's behind me yawning. Did you see that?
No,
He was
he's
like,
really that bored.
He was yawning.
But it's really interesting because I want to go back to the basics of understanding what creates certain rituals. Like, I forget half the time that when I'm doing rituals, I forget basic steps. Like, there are times when I've forgotten to inscribe, what is it when you scribe? Oh,
Oh,
when you
inscribe. On
inscribe,
a
oh, it is
candle?
inscribed? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you inscribe your intention on a candle or anoint it with an oil. I sometimes completely forget that step. And I'm like, when I finish the spell, I'm like, damn it, I just forgot like an entire important step. So for me, it's a good reminder to always go back just to kind of refresh yourself on basics. So that's one thing I
I
want to learn.
still think your intent takes care of that, even when you screw up that. Because again, your spell is all about your intent. It's all about channeling your energy.
Right.
In the spell, realistically, the candle is nothing but an object for you to focus on. You know, the spell is the energy coming from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right
saying?
hand.
The consecration of the candle just ties your intent to it stronger.
What's a mod's live? Girl Tangerine, I'm a mod in yours too, and I'm live. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So, question number 7. What other areas... Oh, did I ever answer question number 6? Yes, going back to basics. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 7. What other areas of your practice do you want to learn more about?
I went first last time.
Oh, okay. Honestly, it's not even within my own practice. It's just in general. I want to learn more about meditation and Reiki healing. Because in my practice, I do a lot of healing work, protective work, and I think it's better to amplify it, or I can amplify its power if I have the right mindset. And half the time, I'm like either some form of exhausted pigeon, or I'm just so scatterbrained, or I'm just so scatterbrained that I'm just like all the time. So I think if I have that spiritual balance and base, and having a clearer mind, my intentions will be a lot stronger, and my ability to heal and project will be a lot stronger.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave?
What's the question again?
What other areas of your practice do you want to learn more about?
I'm just kidding. I feel like we just answered this. Mine was, my deities.
Girl, you're the one that put that question in.
No, I think you wrote something down twice.
No. You said add that, and then you could add this as a follow-up.
Well, we messed something up. But
One was what you want to learn most, and then what are the other areas?
oh, that's right. Other areas that aren't the most. Oh, gotcha. Herbs, herbology. I want to learn more about that. And crystals. I'd like to just kind of learn.
I forgot about
I want to
crystals.
be able to look at a crystal.
Like
I'm
Jen.
like Jen. I'm very envious of these people that, you can be like this. Hey, what crystal is this? Oh, that's like that. That's dragon's blood quartz. I'm like, huh? I would have to look at it. Go to Google. Take some guesses.
Type in like a million things. Okay, we have a brown stone with spots, a little bit of red and yellow, and then comes up with the list, and you're like,
Nope. Maybe.
Maybe.
Nope. Maybe. Nope. Yeah.
Or here's Dave. Me. Dave, do you know what this is? Dave, it's a rock.
Exactly. So I'd like to be able to spot crystals and be like, yeah, that's that.
Okay. So, did I answer other areas? Yes, meditation. Okay. Question number 8. What areas of your practice interest you the least?
My turn. This is tough.
That is a very tough question.
That is a tough question. Wow. Wow. All right.
Honestly, for me, I hate recording things that I do. Because it's like, I'm very intuitive, so I create my rituals based off of just what feels right. And the one thing I hate the most is having to record it once and then put it in my book of shadows, because it's like I just don't like that process of writing it down twice, because I'm such a perfectionist that I'm like, if I don't write it down twice and I like just go ahead and put it in my book of shadows, then it'll like piss me off if I like mess up that entire page, and then it's like I have to do it all over again. So that's one thing I like least about my practice, is recording things down.
Yeah. I like that.
Especially when you have like millions of spells that you already just did, but you forgot to record them down. So you're like, great, now I have to spend like an hour writing everything down. All the herbs, all the steps. Ugh.
Yeah, I agree. I'm terrible at, just keeping a journal, a diary or whatever, a book of shadows. I don't even have really a central book of shadows. I've got like 3 of them that I started, never got more than 10, 25 pages in.
Hi, Starlight. That's
Really,
kind of like...
and it's something that I really know that I need to get better at. But it's my least favorite thing.
That's kind of like Darko. He never recorded his formulas in the computer. And whenever I get his client, I'm like, Darko, what did you use for a toner? And he goes, I don't know, I just kind of did it. I was like, well, that doesn't help me. I need to know what you did so I can match it.
I just did it.
Yeah, he always just went based off of intuition. Question number 9. Top 3 favorite books about your practice.
You first.
Okay. So, guys, my favorite top 3 books of my practice are Old Style Conjure by Star Cassis, Working Conjure, A Guide to Hoodoo Folk Magic by Hoodoo Sen Moise, and Sticks, Stones, I think it's Sticks and Stones and Throwing Bones, something like that. And I don't remember who it's by because it's over there, and I have a shit memory sometimes. So, but those 3 books are actually my top 3 favorites.
I don't believe we wrote these questions yesterday. Because I mean, all right. The first one's the Grimoire for the Apprentice Wizard. That's written by Oberon Zell. The second one. I don't know who did it, who wrote it, but it's called To Ride a Silver Broomstick. I think it's by Silver Ravenwolf. And then there's the other one that I can't think of.
Solitaire Witch.
Yes. I think it's the Solitaire
See
Witch.
how well I know my husband?
Yes, it's the and I've used it on a few videos. The Solitary Witch book. Those are my top 3 books.
Hi, Monica. Welcome. Okay, question number 10. What was your first altar setup? I'll go first. My very first altar setup was an ancestral altar. Because obviously in Hoodoo, we do a lot of ancestral work. So I was like, for me, I couldn't really do any rituals unless I had an ancestral altar set up to honor my ancestors so that I had a source of power to use. Or to tap into.
That's bullshit.
Excuse me?
That's bullshit.
What do you mean?
Because you set up like 3 altars in one day.
No, don't
Yeah,
you remember
you had
that?
ancestral up there, and then you had something else down there on the top of the bookshelf in one day.
No.
Because I remember at first I didn't want you to have it in that spot, but me being soft and squishy like I am.
Oh, okay, you're right. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, so my first altars that I set up in one day at the same time was a Papa Legba altar and an ancestral altar.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Legba, yes.
Yeah, Legba ancestral. What about you?
Me, mine was a just a small little general altar.
Hi, Atasia.
It was just my general altar. I had my 4 elements on it, my wizard tools like wands and stuff like that, ceremonial stuff.
Wait, did you say yours was the elemental?
if that's what you call it.
Oh.
I just called it my general altar.
So like a working altar.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my working altar.
Okay.
Keep dropping the popcorn. The cats are going to eat it.
Question number 11. What was the first altar tool you purchased or received? I don't remember. I think it was a cauldron. It was your tiny little cauldron. Well, the one that's over on your altar now.
Yes.
Yep, that was the first one I received from Dave.
So, when I got to the point where I was ready to set up my altar, I set out to do a complete altar. So, I had these items. An altar cloth. A white candle holder with a red candle inside it. I had my big seashell that's over here somewhere. And two, where is it? Oh, where's my seashell? Oh, there it is. This seashell. Sitting right next
So
to
that
the
was the
altar.
first item you received?
I think that's it. I think those items. Oh no, and a little shot glass with salt in it. So basically, I had my 4 elements.
4 elements were the first items you received. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Do you have a book of shadows? If so, describe it.
I have 3 of them. Unfinished.
What form are they in?
Unfinished?
Well, I mean, like, are they books? Is it
physically.
digital?
Oh my god, that's 4. I have a digital one, which is my most finished. And digital meaning it's a file in my iCloud. Then I have one that's in a black book, just like a standard blank notebook, but hardcover. And I have a printout of a little emblem that I created. And then the other one was remember those like replica aged books we got from Barnes & Noble?
Yep.
So those are the 3.
Okay.
Or 4.
I have one binder book of shadows that is literally a binder, and it has the sleeves that I can like move pages around in. And then
I like
with
that one.
that, I actually kept a digital book of shadows, so I can print that out, or if someone wants to borrow my book of shadows, I can send it to them electronically. And then I have 1,
Which I convinced him it was a
2,
dumb idea.
3, 4, 5, almost 6 journal-like book of shadows.
Wait.
I have to go get going, sadly. I'll come back and watch the rest later. Okay, Starlight.
Wait a minute,
Thanks for stopping in.
you said Book of Shadows. You didn't say journals. I have a number of journals too. Oh my god, I have a
A
voice.
book of shadows is a journal, technically.
So I have a voice journal that I just.
Oh, we're back? Okay, we're back.
Ow, knee. My knee's getting sore.
So very quickly, what do you have? So you have. Oop. Oh, so you don't have to go into describe detail. Okay, so you have a journal version.
Just a few other journals.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What content do you put inside? Oh, question number 13. What content do you put inside your book of shadows? So, for example, in one journal I have, it's just pure divination. So I have a journal containing tarot, bone casting, and Lenormand and oracle cards. Then I have a book of shadows that's containing hoodoo spells only. Then I have my other digital or binder that contains kind of like everything. hoodoo and voodoo related. So it's information on different topics regarding like zombies and a little bit of tarot, a little bit of what Ungan and Mambo are. It has a list of herbs and what their uses are, candles, candle colors and their uses, oils. It's kind of like a big mix of millions of things. What about you?
So, in my Book of Shadows,
Hi, Heather.
I'll put spells, mostly spells, magical things. But in my journals, those will be more like I have a dream journal. If I want to, I'll put it out if I want to remember that particular night's dream. So you wake up, the best way to do that is you wake up right away, write it down. Or a regular daily journal. Just, today is, the day, the date, and my day was like this, blah, 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 blah. Just a general diary, if you will. That's it.
Oh, that's cool. Number 14. Where do you keep your Book of Shadows? I just keep mine. So we have like this this kind of collapsible little table that folds and you can store it away. So I have that open and just placed the Book of Shadows, my Book of Shadows, right on top, so I have easy access to it. Because originally I had it underneath my ancestral altar inside a drawer, but it was a lot harder to get in and out of that. So I took it out and just put it on top of a little collapsible table.
All right, this ain't working.
Yeah, you got seeds everywhere.
I need more. You should go refill.
Okay. While you do that, tell them where do you store your Book of Shadows?
Well, we better fill that bowl quick because me being non-complicated, I have 2 of them in my trunk. There's a trunk over right next to my altar. One is just under my altar on the shelf. I have another one as a notebook under my ancestral altar. And 2 are digital, so they're on my computer. And that's it. And Maddie is still scooping.
Sorry, it's like wow.
Scooping, scooping,
Well, you can read the next
scooping.
question. We're on question number 14.
Number 14. Holy, would you write this with your mouth?
It's not that hard to read.
Holy shit.
Mine
Where
is
do
very
you keep
legible.
your boobs?
Oh no, that was sorry, wrong question. That was where do you keep your Book of Shadows? Question number it says BOS, not boobs. Question number 15. What do you do with your practice? Oh, what do you do within your practice that is unique to you?
Am I going first again? Oh no, you went first last time. I'm trying
Well,
to
me.
No.
Okay, so
okay.
I'll go first. So what's unique to me is I find a lot of the time I don't follow other people's recipes and rituals. I like to create my own. I'm actually very natural and very gifted at creating unique spells and ritual work. Like, I understand the basics of how to do things, but I don't play by other people's rules. I like to invent my own spells. And that's just something that's very unique that I am very good at.
You done? Okay.
Yeah.
Neo-pagan wizard. That there in and of itself is unique. I don't think anyone has ever even said those words together prior to me. And what that means. My whole practice is unique to me in the fact that it's intent focused. It's multi, faith, really. But, kind of tailored to me. Very open, very, intent driven. That's my unique. And I wear a cool hat. I wear a cool hat. Where's my? Oh yeah.
Question number 16. What are your top 5 herbs, crystals, and oils, and why? I know mine. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, because I don't know mine.
So my top favorite herbs that I use are lavender, rosemary, yerba santa, red brick dust, and graveyard dirt. Now the reason I use those is because I do a lot of protective work. So those are 5 top protective herbs. My top 5 favorite crystals I use a lot are flaming quartz because it's a master stone, so it helps to amplify all other crystals. I use bloodstone as a representation and that connection to my ancestors. I use quartz crystal for cleansing. I use citrine for... Oh, what do I use citrine for? I forget!
Isn't it cleansing?
No, healing. Sorry, I use citrine for healing.
Oh, I'm going to need some
and
healing
I
with
use,
the smacking hand.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of the crystals I use the most. Opalite, because it's pretty. And then my top 5 favorite oils that I use a lot are sage for its protective properties and cleansing, rosemary, Van oil because it's an all-purpose oil. I use sweet orange a lot and cedarwood because they're all very protective and cleansing, since I do that the most. Hi, Bounty. Thank you. Hi, Dark Prince. Your turn.
I've died. I was buried and I rose again. And now I'm back. It took forever. I take a pass on this one. I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
I will, because I don't have any favorites. If I'm going to do a spell or something, and I know my intent, I might just do a quick Google search, which oil, do I use, or use it just a general purpose oil, and just figure out which herb is best to do whatever I want to do. I'll look in one of my books, because I have a number of books that tell you all about different herbs, and I'll just kind of put it all together kind of on the fly. So I don't really have any favorites that are in my mind. I mean, I love to use a lot of sage. I love to use frankincense. I love to use myrrh.
Oh, I forgot about frankincense and myrrh.
What's that resin? Dragon's blood resin.
There's a lot of dragon's blood.
I like to use that. So there's so many different things, but I don't know which one my favorite. Because I concoct it right there when I'm planning my spell.
Yeah. Unlike me, who needs like entire hour and a half to plan my ritual before I even start it. Davey just sits there and goes, okay, we're using this, and then just does it. I'm just like, how did you do that?
Well, yeah, no, because I've looked at, I go through my book, and a lot of spells that I do over and over again, I know what I'm going to do. Because I've done that spell before.
Right.
I remember, oh yeah, that's this, and this. And you know what? Sometimes I get it wrong, and that's okay. Because it's all about intent.
And learning. Question number 16. Nope, 17. What's your favorite witchy item of clothing or jewelry?
Is it me?
I think we all know what his favorite item of clothing is.
Shit be falling. Crown it.
Eat it, bitch. Crown it.
I snatched
Crown
it and I plopped it.
So, we clearly know what Dave's favorite article of clothing is. For me, I like to wear all black. And, ooh, Becca's here? Becca! Hello! We're just talking, we're doing my hashtag of 20 questions about your practice. And-
Our hashtag, my.
Oh, our. Because we collaborated. So my favorite article of clothing that I wear is anything that's black. Bye, you guys. Oh, you're leaving?
Bye.
Oh, okay. Bye, Becca. Oh, or unless she meant like by you guys, meaning it's by both of us. Or unless she... Anyways.
I don't know.
And then my favorite jewelry is this pendant right here, which I actually got at Savers, but I use this as a pendant to help harness my rituals and my energy and power, and I use it as a talisman to help focus. Now, question number... Hi, Papa Squirrel! Question number 18. What is your familiar or spirit animal? Well, my familiar is a cat, hence why we have cats. And then I actually have no idea what my spirit animal is. Oh, she autocorrected. She meant to say hi.
Oh, knocking it down.
Oh, I just knocked everything over. I was gonna be like, Becca, you're saying goodbye, you just got here.
My spirit animal. No, wait a minute.
I know
No.
what Papa Squirrel's spirit animal is.
My familiar is cat. We have cats.
Hmm.
My spirit animal, and the manual, my spirit animal is a hippogriff. Because of flight, I always love that feeling of
Oh,
flight.
how's this empty already?
Because you eat it too much, girl.
Can you go get another one? Oh, you're crippled. Never mind.
Yeah, holy crap.
Okay. Question number 19. Do you prefer to do ritual work indoors or outdoors?
Be again?
Oh, I guess I'll go. I prefer to do them outdoors because I like that connection with the elements. But also, in case you start a fire, it's easier to put it out and you don't have to worry about burning your house down.
Unless you burn the woods down. Oh, God.
No, I'm kidding. That's horrible. No, but I do like to feel a lot more connected with nature. That's why I enjoy doing rituals more outdoors than I do indoors.
Yeah, same thing. Outdoors, absolutely.
Mhm.
There's nothing-
100% outdoors.
There's nothing that beats nature. It's so therapeutic. I mean, that's why I love hiking. I'm always trying to drag this one out on hikes here or there.
Jack, I go hikes on you with all the time during
Well, as long as I stick to the criteria that it's not over a mile.
Or too hard.
Or, yeah, exactly. It can't be, it has to be easy.
Okay.
But I love going on hikes, kayaking, skiing, anything with nature. I love outdoors.
Okay, no problem, Pop Squirrel. Thanks for stopping in for a minute. Okay. Final question.
Did you time it? We like Papa Squirrels.
No. Well, technically,
It was
I looked at the clock.
a minute.
Final question. Question number 20. What do you use to represent the 4 elements in your ritual work?
Okay.
So, oh, do you want to go first?
I thought we were
Oh,
alternating.
yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, because I went for that. Like,
So for air, I have a quill. For sea, I have a shell. For fire is an incense burner. And for earth is a little cup of dirt.
interesting. And then for me, to represent the 4 elements, I have a tiny little, what's the candle that comes in the little glass thingy called? It's like a tiny little glass candle.
Votive?
Votive. I use a votive candle to represent fire. I use incense smoke to represent air. For water, I use a shot of rum. And
Look at the opposite of water.
shush. It's liquid. And then for earth, I either use graveyard dirt to represent earth, or I use sand to represent earth. So it really depends.
Sir, this 4-year-old needs a glass of water. Here, have some rum, kid.
Shush, Dave. But anyways, guys, that was the hashtag 20 questions about your practice.
I thought it was 25.
No, it's 20.
You chopped it?
We only got to 20.
Oh, I thought we got higher than that. Well, 20 is a good number.
Hmm.
Yeah, a good
What'd you
number.
guys think of the questions? What I'm going to do after the video, guys, is I'm going to post it in the description box below so you guys can film your 20 questions.
And while you're doing it, you have to be surrounded by cats eating popcorn, making a mess.
And say
It's a requirement.
hello.
And you have to have cats nearby.
My dog.
God, I love this popcorn. I'm like Kangas Khan over here with this shit.
Ugh. Cat hair in my mouth. Blah.
Yeah, you don't touch that popcorn. Keep the stepping.
Cat butt in my face.
There you go, buddy.
Fire, water. Great questions. Good, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed our
I got
questions.
a kitty in me.
Kitty, kitty. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's pretty much all we had for you tonight. And it was fun to feature Dave.
Yay.
And I hope you guys help rewind. So, guys, I hope that you help me spread this hashtag around, and I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say about your 20
Yes.
questions and what your answers are to them.
I'm just kind of looking at the comments. I need popcorn.
Yes,
Oh my God,
popcorn.
I love the popcorn.
I never was a big fan of popcorn until Dave got this popcorn maker. And now,
Now he's choking.
hold on.
You all right?
Oh, yeah, it got stuck down my throat.
I know the Heimlich if you need a squeeze.
Damn, now I lost my thought train. Where were we?
I have no idea. You were rambling.
Wait, what
so
were
there
we
was
talking
no,
about?
there was no way I'll remember that.
Oh, damn it, now I forgot what I was talking about.
You were rambling and got away from the popcorn.
I remember saying, and now choke.
I was saying the cat needs to get some stepping. There we go.
Oh, the chat is so quiet tonight.
That's because you
That's
choke.
okay.
Because you choke boarded the
Oh, popcorn. That's what we're talking about.
popcorn. That's right.
Yes. I never liked popcorn until Dave got a popcorn machine, and now the first thing I talk about when I get home is, Dave, spark up the popcorn machine because I want to get to eating. Or Dave will be like, Matt, did you have dinner? And I'll be like, no, but I can have popcorn.
That is not dinner.
I know. But you eat enough that it fills it up and it feels like you just had dinner.
This is why we're fat.
We're not fat.
What do you call it?
We're just full of love.
I'm full of love.
Anyways, guys, I just wanted to thank you all for stopping in. Oh, if I leaned any further, I would have just kissed his ass.
Mwah.
But, yep, guys,
What a
I
hug.
hope
What a hug for attention.
I was writing the questions down and trying to figure out how to answer. Oh, Silver Willow, I'm going to post the questions in the description box once the video loads, so you guys can look at that and write it down. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We're just going to wrap it up here so I can relax a little bit. I actually am still debating because it's like I want to get a septum piercing, but I'm still trying to figure out if I want to get it done tomorrow or Tuesday or Friday. ignore that. But yeah, I want to get it done sometime soon. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, morning. I like cows. So if someone said I look like a cow with my septum piercing, I'm going to be like, well, thank you. I guess we both are twins now. Get it?
You better not be anywhere near me when I'm hungry.
Why?
Because I might be having steak.
Oh, Lord. Anyways, guys, make sure to hit the like button to subscribe. And why is this table moving?
It's the cat.
Oh, and make sure to check out the 20 questions. And I hope to see you all with your videos and responses. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.